two different methods here for adding my fuel. I'll take a pinch of wood, like you see here, and I'll add every minute and a half to 2 minutes. Or I can take and I can add my fuel by just adding it every 30 to 40 seconds in between the pot stands. If you're starting to get a lot of smoke, it means you've added too much fuel too soon. And that's the key. White smoke is water vapor. The bluish gray smoke is unburnt fuel. Because you see how that smoke's being generated? But see, it's being burnt before it leaves the stove. That's where you're getting your efficiency. You want to just add enough wood until the fire's hot enough to get good combustion before you add more fuel. And that applies the same with the bush cooker or any sort of campfire. As you can see, we have flame extending at least 8 to 12 inches. Now, one thing you should realize too, any fire burns better when you use some sort of windscreen. Now, this is a simple windscreen fashioned from a half-gallon paint can. Now, that will allow us with this to boil 16 ounces of water with approximately 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of good dry wood. Clean dried wood is 10% moisture, air dried wood is 20% or more. Clean dried wood, you'll use, figure 3 ounces for 1 liter. And if you use air dried wood, it'll be between 4.5 to 5 ounces. If you're using wet wood, it'll be 10 ounces. With clean dried wood, a person can be able to get a boil within 8 minutes from the time he lights the match with good technique. If you're using air dried wood, which you'll find in the bush, then you'd be looking at about a 10 to 12 minute boil time. If you're using wet wood, it could be 20 minutes or more. If you follow my basic instructions and you practice, there's no one that can't achieve those results. Here we got a rolling boil in 8.5 minutes using 3 ounces of twigs. And the nice thing about when we use the wood, it'll sit there and it'll maintain that simmer for another 7 to 8 minutes, which would give you enough time to make one of those instant rice dinners and go through the whole total cooking cycle.